friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing 7 super simple ways to transform Dollar Tree eggs. Now these can be used as filler or used to make other crafting projects, which is what I plan to do. So be sure you are subscribed to my channel because I have a video coming out next week where I will use some of these eggs for some really cute spring and Easter DIYs. So for this first project, I'm going to be using these 6 plastic eggs. And I picked these ones specifically because they would be smooth and I wouldn't have any lines on them or any roughness from sparkles. You're going to need some rub-on letters that I picked up from the Dollar Tree and any kind of white paint that you would like. Now I also liked these ones because they came with a hole in the bottom so that I could put them on I just used wooden skewers so that when I'm painting them they can stick in some styrofoam and dry. So I will be painting all 6 of these eggs white, and at first I decided to just try to use craft paint, but it is really just not working. The egg wants to slide off and I can tell it's not going to be good coverage. It's leaving like brush marks and I really want it to be smooth so it looks like a real egg. So I decided to scratch that and just spray paint it. And spray painting it, let me tell you, it did take 2 coats, but it was well worth it, and being outside it dried fast. Now you can use more than one package if you want your saying to say something different, like if you wanted to say Happy Easter or Welcome or something like that. Now that the eggs are fully coated and dry, I am just using an old egg carton to hold the eggs, and I'm keeping them on their side so that I can use the rub-on letters to spell out the word Easter. Now it's funny because when I got this little package, I was like, where's the little wooden, normally you have like a popsicle stick to rub it on, and so I went and grabbed like a little card key tag thing from a keychain, and it was not working very well. On top of that, it was like felt like I was rubbing so hard and I ended up scratching the egg. It was not good. So if you read the back of the directions, it actually just says to use your finger and rub it on. It was so much easier to do it that way. So just use your finger and it rubs on quite easily. And actually they turned out really well for being Dollar Tree. I didn't know what the rub-on transfers would be like, and it was really, really good. I absolutely love how these turned out. Now these are going to be some eggs that I use in a DIY next week, so I just have them displayed for you this way, but that's not what I plan to do with them. Now for the next eggs, I'm going to use this pack of the larger egg picks. I'm going to use this block of styrofoam just to hold them, not for the project. Some sage green paint as well as the taupe paint and some white. Now I picked these colors specifically because these are colors that I used in a DIY that goes with some of my spring decor from last year, but you could use pinks or purples, yellows, whatever color goes with your theme this year. So to begin this DIY, I'm just going to remove all of the little ribbons, and I do end up painting all of these eggs. I actually wish I had one more and I didn't buy another pack, but I'm going to give each of them 2 coats of the paint. Now I wanted to give these eggs a spackled look, so I just took some black craft paint with an old toothbrush and used my finger and my thumb to kind of splatter it onto the eggs. And here they are finished. My splatter technique wasn't that great. I'm not sure why. If you have any tips, please let me know down in the comments. But these are another egg that I plan to use in some DIYs. Now for the third egg makeover, I am actually going to be using some of these eggs from this garland that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I'm also going to use this floral moss and some hot glue, and you're going to need scissors. So the first step I'm going to do is to actually just cut the ribbon so that I can just pull all the eggs off and use them separately. So as you can see, I am taking some of the moss out of the bag, putting it on a plate, and I'm just going to rip it up so that it's in smaller pieces, a little easier to manage. Then I'm just going to glue different sections of the egg and roll it into the moss. And one of the biggest tips I have is to trim. Every time you coat it in moss, you want to trim it away to make sure you don't have any bare spots. It's also because you want to keep the moss in an egg form. You don't want it just to be this big glob of moss. So I'm just rewatching this video again, and I'm dying because it kind of looks like a chia pet gone like wild. If you are watching and you heard me just say that, give me a thumbs up in my comments for the chia pet. Now there is no denying this is a messy egg, but if you spray it with some good hairspray, it does help. I can't say it eliminates every little piece, but it does help it from shedding. So we are on to the fourth idea I have, and I really want to do a black and white check kind of pattern on the egg. And I did have a piece of this scarf left over from other Dollar Tree projects, and I was going to just wrap it on there and glue it. But then I remembered that I had this ribbon, and I loved the ribbon, and I loved that it was ribbed, and it was just unique. So I am just going to hot glue this onto the egg. So I highly recommend going to your local Michael's or Walmart and seeing if you could find some black and white gingham ribbon for this project. I am loving these eggs, and these would make great filler for a basket. Now for the fifth idea, this is not any genius idea. I'm sure you've seen it all over the internet, but I am just going to wrap these eggs in twine with some hot glue. The mixture of the gingham with the twine wrapped eggs and the moss eggs looks so good, so I had to do a couple of the twine eggs. And the technique is just to roll the end in a ball, and once you have it all rolled up, kind of spiraled like, you glue it on to the end of the egg, and then you just keep wrapping it around and gluing. So a little tip I have for you when you're working with twine is that you can take a lighter and move it up and down around the twine, and it kind of singes it so that it's not so, I guess, frayed and hairy looking. But obviously be very careful because you are working with fire. So we are moving along to the sixth idea I have for you, and for this one I am going to be using this 10-pack of the smaller egg picks, and I'm also going to be using some of this duck egg chalk paint. You could use any kind of paint you have that's in the robin's egg kind of blue color, and I am just going to paint these this color blue, and because it was chalk paint, it actually went on in one coat, which I loved, and it was a solid coat. And then I'm just going to use the same technique I used on the other ones to get the little black splatter marks, because I want these to look like robin's eggs. And yes, these are eggs I plan to use in a DIY in the next Easter video. Are these not absolutely adorable? They would look cute as a filler, but I'm going to be DIYing with them. For this seventh and final idea I have for you, it is to decoupage the eggs. This is an egg that I made in another video, and if you want to see that video, you can check it out right here. Now, I would love it if you guys could tell me down in the comments which of the 7 eggs was your favorite. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!